Metro Detroit, this is HBL Radio Nation. It is, and that is a talking professional. Our producer, Tony, brought it in perfectly at the perfect time on that. I am not Diane Russell.
And I am not Brian Gallagher.
But we are here as HBL Radio Nation. Thank you for joining us today. We start with another somber note. We always hate this number. We will always hate this number. Everyone should always hate this number. The fact that it grows and it grows the way that it does. 192 is the number of mass shootings in the United States of America from December 1st to today. We are not halfway through this year, people. That is 20 in the last week.
Yeah, and in my notes, I write it down.
It's astonishing.
And it's 172 last week.
It's astonishing. That is just...
It's gotten to the point where, like, you know, breaking news, mass shooter...
is nothing.
Is in Denver, is in Atlanta, is in
the new
Kansas.
Sandwich at
it's like,
crispy chicken gets more press.
I seriously think we're becoming numb to it, and people don't realize that the more this happens, the chances are it might happen to you or somebody you know.
You can get shot at Kroger. You can get shot at the grocery store. You can get shot at the gas station. You can get shot on the freeway.
Movie theater.
You can get shot in the movie theater. You can get shot at your place of worship. You can get shot at any educational institute. Yeah, absolutely. It's ridiculous. Why do their rights to swing their arms go past our nose in this?
The percentages keep going up, and the chances are this could happen to you or someone you know or someone you love, because the numbers are not going down.
No,
and they won't. We've been watching this for what? What's the episode number?
We've been
22.
watching this year.
22 weeks.
Yes,
we've been watching this, and 192. It makes me want to vomit. It's seriously, like, I get this pit in my stomach where I'm just like, it's so gross. It's so disgusting. And these fucking right-wing motherfuckers won't do anything about it. How about this?
I don't understand the pushback against registration. I don't understand the pushback against safe storage. I don't understand the pushback on common sense, responsible weapon ownership. If they want to own their weapons, do it responsibly.
The Fox News poll, and I'm not great, I don't hate polls. Okay, I'm not good with polls. But the Fox News poll said 87% of people, Democrat or Republican, want background checks, at least background checks.
Yes.
And then there's
NRA's
81% here and 81% here and 81 about.
But the NRA is against it, and they don't pay taxes, and they're more powerful than any single human being out there.
The American people want change, and we're not fucking putting up with this bullshit anymore. And the worst was Greg Abbott, right after, this is Monday. Okay, so
Greg Abbott is absolutely atrocious at all times.
He's such a piece of shit.
But he was particularly bad this week.
He put out a tweet calling the victims of that shooting illegal immigrants. And
they were here illegal.
It was just like the cruelty is the point. This motherfucker doesn't even care that they're fucking dead.
He doesn't care.
He has no respect that they're fucking dead.
No. They've been bitching about, what are you going to do about border? What are you going to do about the border? What are you going to do about the border? And Biden said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send 1,500 troops to the border to help out. Well, he's just, playing it up. Wait a minute. You wanted help. He just sent help. Mm-hmm. You've accepted the help, and you're still bad-mouthing him about the help. That's like if you come over to my house and you tell me that you're starving, and you're pointing your finger at me saying, you haven't fed me yet. I came in this door 15 minutes ago and you haven't fed me yet, and I'm starving and you should feed me. And then you pull out a sandwich and you hand it to him and you go, all right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to eat it, but you didn't feed me.
It makes no sense.
It makes me want to smack the shit out of that person and kick him out of my house.
The fucked up thing about that Texas shooting was that guy, they asked him to please quiet it down because it was in the middle of the night, and he's like, I don't care.
Please quiet it down. He's shooting up a fucking rifle.
He goes to their house and shoots them all in the fucking head.
Yeah, turns into the
execution
fucking
style
Terminator.
with an AR-15.
Turns
do you know
into
what that
Terminator.
does?
Yes.
Do you know
yes,
what
I
that does to a fucking
yes,
body?
I do. Yes, I do.
See, I don't think people know. And I think this might be...
Do you want me to describe it to
no,
people?
no.
It's terrible.
No, this is what I want. Next time there's a fucking... How about let's get the fucking criminal pictures from Sandy Hook. Let's get the crime photos from fucking Uvalde.
They won't.
Let's get them, and I want the parents
The
to
NRA
put them out.
suppresses all that.
I want the parents to put them out.
I wish they
Because
would.
guess what?
I wish they would. They want to.
Maybe if people saw what happens,
Yeah.
they might say, that's fucking horrendous.
Those kids at Sandy Hook, they weren't just shot. They
You're
weren't just
talking
shot like you
crazy.
see. They weren't just shot. And they weren't just shot like you see on CSI or on SVU or any of these JAG or, whatever 911 shows you see on TV. When these kids got shot, if that kid got shot in his head, there is no longer a cranium. That is something you really need to absorb. The cranium is gone.
I was going to say they're decapitated. But
Absolutely.
look, I don't want to get into...
By full technical definition,
I don't
yes,
want to get
you're
into
right.
the gories. Okay?
But we have.
Because
We're going to have to.
you and
because
I
people
fucking
don't
know.
care.
You and I know. And anybody
Yeah.
who's going to fucking listen to this would fucking know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. They know. And it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I'm
There is
super,
responsible weapon
I'm
ownership.
I'm fed up.
And I know
How about
responsible
this?
weapon owners. This type of shit is not responsible weapon ownership.
Yeah.
And all the responsible weapon owners that I know have no desire to own an AR-15 or something that shoots at the velocity
And
of
the
an
people that I
AR-15.
do know who have
It's a
AR-15s
war
are
weapon.
saying they wanna hand it in, but they don't know where to hand it in. They want to get rid of it, and they don't want to sell it, so it goes
smelting facility.
It goes on the black market. They want to sell it back to the government, is what they want to do.
Of course.
So
They spent a
how
lot
about
of money
this
for
one?
it. They spent $2,000 on that gun. They don't want to just
79-year-old Illinois man shot his neighbor in the head at point blank range for doing yard work for using a fucking leaf blower.
Okay, I'm for this guy.
No, I don't
I'm joking,
care.
but I really think that sometimes.
No, you got a
leaf blower
sleeping
guys-
baby. You got the wrong doorbell. You got the wrong driveway. You got the wrong car.
Did you see
You got
the girl?
basketball rolling. You got the leaf blower, and will you get murdered? That's what gets
The
you
little
murdered
girl
in this
looking for the
fucking
kitten.
country.
The little girl looking for the kitten
Yeah.
yesterday was released on Ring camera. That this little girl's looking for a kitten. The guy that owns the house felt threatened, and he opened the door with a gun.
Yeah.
He later recanted and said, I was in a bad mood and a bad place, and I did help the girl find her kitten. But nobody has any response from the girl's family saying that either A, the kitten was found, and yes, this guy helped, which I think is absolute utter bullshit. I think this
Right.
guy is just a fucking douchebag.
So
Well, if you don't want people on your property, put up a fucking fence. Aren't you people all for fucking walls?
Yeah.
Aren't you all for fucking walls? Put your fucking wall up, and our fucking kids don't have to
like in my
get over our
neighborhood,
If a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old or an 8-year-old can crawl over a fucking wall, then it's shit of a wall. Build a better fucking wall. Put that shit around your fucking property and wall yourself off from the rest of us.
And-
Because
and
fuck
live
you.
like a fucking
fuck
turtle.
your homosexual horse
live
shit.
like a hermit turtle.
Fuck
I don't care.
your entire lifestyle.
I'm sitting down Wednesday and doing.
douche nozzles.
I'm sitting down Wednesday taking notes for the show, and all of a
Yes.
sudden it comes up, deadly shooting in Denver, deadly active shooter in Atlanta, and this was
Maybe something bad.
this was
Maybe something good.
the most disturbing thing about the whole gun culture that I heard all week this week, and that is Texas's solution to school shootings is to teach third graders battlefield trauma training. Texas children aren't allowed to learn about Anne Frank,
Jesus
but they
fucking
will be
went to the
forced to
cross he did.
learn to dress and open gunshot wounds. Bleeding. They want bleeding control stations.
6-year-olds are
literally-
going to be doing.
They literally are
Triage.
throwing a Band-Aid on the fucking problem. Literally throwing a fucking Band-Aid.
The whole
on the fucking problem instead of fucking banning the goddamn guns. They want chest seals. They want compression bandages and latex gloves because we have to worry about them having allergies to latex, but not fucking bullets.
The Flash is definitely faster than Superman. You know the Flash is faster than Superman. Oh, is that an open chest one? Go ahead, put a compression chest on there. Put a compression bandage on there. And anyway, no,
Little
not
kids.
not like Professor X. Not like Professor X. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Babies come from the stork. Now, put a compression bandage on that chest wound.
You know what AR-15s are?
Yes.
They're abortion machines. They're late-term abortion machines.
That's one way of
They're
looking at it.
killing children.
Yeah.
They're killing a lot more fucking children than they used to. And Fred Gutenberg, who I love, Fred Gutenberg's daughter died in Parkland in Florida.
Yes.
And he's written a book, and he said back when she was just born, only 2% of the guns that were sold are AR-15s. Now they're 25% of the guns that are sold in this country. We have gone fucking backwards.
May I speak a little gun tech for the ammosexuals for half a second? Because
sure. I don't know
9
anything.
millimeter,
But yeah.
a 10 millimeter, even a 44, you're talking about something that you can shoot someone with. You can shoot them center of mass. You can shoot them in the legs. You can shoot them in the limbs. They will walk away from that. They will still live and be able to pay for whatever you feel that their injustice against you was. However, if you have an AR-15, the velocity
That's the point.
of that projectile coming through is going to do so much damage. You are not going to shoot something with an AR-15 and have it walk away. You are going to shoot something with a 22, a 9 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 44. You can shoot something with those and it will walk away as long as you don't shoot it in the head.
I think that's the point, though.
But the
Brian.
AR-15 is when you get that one shot
Brian, that's
and
the
it's
point.
done. And it's insane.
They are murderous. They have bloodlust now.
You cannot fire an
you look
AR-15
at-
on another
did you
human
see
being and
the-
expect to not
the video
have them die.
of the Nazis in Ohio, and with all their red shirts and all their matching outfits,
Which is insane
when
in
they're
and of itself.
boycotting, a trans fucking show or whatever. Somebody's funding them. Somebody's paying for those T-shirts and the boots and the pants and everything that matches. Somebody paid for that guy's fucking tattoo.
Somebody's paying
on
for the uniforms is what
on
you're
the
saying. And that's a very good point. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's excellent. That's an excellent point. Someone is funding that.
And it's not.
Yeah.
It's not those guys. They're not raising money.
They're not buying
No.
$120 Doc Martens each.
No. What
Somebody's
was it?
giving them their Doc Martens.
Brand new Doc Martens. Everybody had matching socks, and
Doc
except
Martens
for the
are
guy,
$20. Yeah, these
except
guys.
for the guy with the red
these guys
blazer who
all
had
work
white
at-
socks.
And they all work at, Burger King or, McDonald's, and they're barely making $15
These
an hour
fucking-
there. They don't have enough to be funding their uniform look that they have.
When they throw out the words groomer and all this fucking and socialist and communist and all this stuff at us, it's all projection. All they fucking do is project. All they are doing every time they open their fucking mouths is admitting their own fucking guilt. Did you hear Ted Cruz saying
Yes.
how the left is anti-black now because they're going after Clarence Thomas because he's black? No. We're going after him because he's a fucking criminal. There's so much.
There's a bi-directional theory that goes, if you want to find the truth about if you want to find what someone is really asking, let's start with that end of the spectrum. If you want to find out what the real question is, you have to go 5 levels of why deep.
Yeah.
We want to stop this. Why do you want to stop that? Because of this. Why that? Because of this. You have to go 5 levels deep to really find what the root of the problem is.
Right.
Just like to find the blame of an issue, you have to look at the 5 ands. And the 5 ands come about as, well, this is the real problem and they're to blame. And you have to continue on that through 5 levels to really get to that.
You
That's
mean if you're
the
trying to
philosophy
talk to
behind
one of
it.
these people? Are you trying to say if you're talking to one of these people, you have to ask them why, and
Yes.
and then the and buts.
When you
'cause
talk
when
to them, go 5 levels deep.
When I hear the word but,
Mm-hmm.
I know the opposite bullshit is coming. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so when I hear the word but, I'm
So you've got one of
automatically
the signals right there. Yeah.
I'm automatically going.
Flags are up. Yeah.
You said the fucking word but. You don't say the word but if it's actually what you really fucking mean.
And what else did you mean by but? And but those people. So what about not those people? Whatever it is, if you really want to get to the root of something, you have to go 5 levels deep.
The finger at you. You need to look at them.
Well, I'm Irish. If somebody's pointing the finger at me, I'm going to fucking be decking them. And I know that you're Italian. Somebody's pointing the finger at you. God bless them. They're an ex-person.
It's like a diversion. Look over here. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. But don't look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one who's really committing the crimes. But I'm going to accuse them of committing all the fucking crimes. When they're actually... This whole thing of Joe Biden and we found all these payments from China and all this bullshit. We haven't seen a contear of fucking documentation or real evidence. So until they actually come up with it, they can just talk and talk and talk and talk. But what it really is...
But what we did see...
No, what they're really doing... is they're trying to equivocate what Trump's crimes are. They are all the things that Trump is accused of. They're saying Biden is accused of.
They're trying to redirect.
What
do they try with the Kremlin
attack? We cannot be
attack?
gaslit. This is projection. This is gaslighting. You cannot let it happen.
Yes.
You have to be smarter than that and put the fucking all the pieces together.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't have critical thinking skills. I look at these, it
goes back to that Kremlin drone attack that we know is bullshit.
Oh my God, it was so ridiculous. But what do you want to go with? The drone attack now, or because
we can go
we got
with the
a lot
drone
of
attack
there's
now.
so much to go on the justices.
Let's jump
and
into the
everything.
drone attack right now while it's fresh in the mind.
Ice cream
We just
bar.
talked about it before the show,
Yeah.
and there's a whole thing about anybody that knows explosions knows that there's 2 kinds. There's the slow gaseous expansion explosion, and there is the fast expansion explosion like C4 or dynamite. So when you have the slow explosion,
Also go through movies. So when
in the
you
movie,
see
that's what I'm
movies,
getting to. When
you see a big red,
the
orange
slow-
glow.
The slow explosion because they put gasoline
Right,
and they
you
put
see a
slow
big orange
exploding
glow
things.
of like fire.
Big orange plume.
Yeah, that's what.
The big orange plume. You see the big orange plume in an explosion.
Right.
That means it's designed for you to see it. It's designed to be seen. That never happens in reality. In
and it
reality,
doesn't do that much damage because
No,
it's
because
gasoline.
it's slow. It's a slow explosion.
It's like when you light a fire.
It's a slow compression.
It's like when you
It's
light
not
a fire
compressed-
with gas.
Yes. Yes.
And at first it goes poof real fast, right?
Yes.
And then it kind of burns off, right?
But when you have a fast expansion, percussion type of explosion, you don't have that. When you have what we saw at the Kremlin, you have the drone coming in. You see the drone coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in. It's gonna boom, and you see this big orange plume, and it's this beautiful shot, and things are falling. And it really,
except for the flag,
it sends a message. It sends a message. It's this big orange plume. When you see the big orange plume,
the flag
nothing
didn't
is really
even fall.
happening. If you look at, and I mentioned this before, I don't want to mention the show, but there was a show that was about fact-checking things a long time ago that included having a dump truck that they loaded a very small amount of C4 into, and from a mile away they had high-speed footage on it, and they had everything else going on it, and the explosion by comparison, you had the drone flying, big explosion, big plume, smoke, everything, yes, everybody's looking, wow, look at that, stuff's flowing. by comparison, on this one, you had the dump truck sitting there. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, nothing exists anymore.
Gone. Not a plume. Nothing. You don't see a flame. You don't see red. You see nothing.
Point 1. It didn't
percussion.
take down the fucking flag. Point 2.
It couldn't.
If it was a real bomb, it would have taken the
slow
dome
explosive.
out. Because the dome is the most, it's not a very structural fucking sound thing.
You put this
Tony,
much C4 in there.
I don't know. You could prove me
That
wrong.
much
with,
C4 would have taken out a big chunk of that dome. And if you were serious, that's what you would have done. And it would have been a percussive explosion.
and you would have seen the flag
This
of
thing
Russia
was
fall through the
bullshit.
center. Okay? Malcolm Nance goes,
Yeah.
okay, I know, he's a guy's been in a lot of wars and whatever. He
He knows
Malcolm
what he's
Nance.
talking
Okay,
about.
yeah.
He's seen
He
the
goes,
percussive
I know about
explosions.
explodey things
Yes.
and shooty things.
Yeah.
He's saying this to the Stephanie Miller crowd who don't know about this shit. And he goes, that was equivalent to what we would call an M80
Yes.
when we were kids.
An M100, really, probably.
Well,
but
yeah.
A quarter stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
But it was included with a whole bunch of gasoline and fluid that, made a nice orange
looked
plume.
impressive.
It looked great to the Russians.
Special effects movie people are going, yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Whatever, gay.
Perfect. Perfect. Are you kidding me?
Whatever, gay.
That's-
Sure. Whatever
they got
you're
it
saying.
perfect.
Because they know what it takes to make an explosion like that.
Because if you're taking people out, you don't see a big orange balloon. How many times have you seen drone footage of oh, look at that. There's a whole village there in northern Afghanistan with a whole bunch of terrorists that live there, and they've killed a whole bunch of people, and they're just living their lives and having a barbecue. And oh, what's that? Pooh! Oh, they're gone. Okay, so there's no big orange plume in that. It's second and gone.
And dust.
Second and gone. And it's even faster when you have something like it should have been, and that's it.
And everybody
Instead of-
in Russia and in Ukraine knows that Putin doesn't live there and he wouldn't be there at fucking 2 o'clock in
Yes.
the morning on a fucking Sunday. It's so fucking ridiculous.
They hired somebody from the Russian film industry
Yeah.
to put together something that's going to look great to the Russian people.
Even Malcolm Nance said, you know what? You could hit that drone with a BB gun from the ground. He's like,
I
I've
don't
been
know
there.
about that.
He said,
Maybe.
I've been
Yeah.
there. I know
Yeah.
how tall that building is. And where that thing, I could
Yeah.
hit it with a BB gun.
Was that before he knew it was one of the plane drones as opposed to one of the helicopter
No,
type drones?
he knew
I don't
exactly
know.
what it
Okay.
was. And
Okay.
he
I'll trust
was,
you on that, yeah.
Well, when it comes to military stuff, I trust Malcolm Nance. When
Yeah.
it comes to
Let's roll with it.
when it comes to epidemiology, I trust fucking Dr. Fauci. When it comes to law and shit that I don't know about the law, I listen to Glenn Kirshner. You know what I'm saying? It's like these are people who are experts in their field. And that's the other thing is what the right has done is try to erase all these experts. They go after people like Fauci.
Experts, have they ever tried to nuke a hurricane?
They go after people like Malcolm Nance because they call out this fucking
Yes.
bullshit. They go after these people who are experts. And what did Nazis do in the 1930s? They came after books first and the teachers. Then they came after the professors and the scientists, and all the professionals who knew what the fuck was going on.
And they tried to turn the majority against the minorities, which they did very easily within their propaganda. So it's a big part of the propaganda campaigns that are going as well.
Oh, yeah. The thing about it is
We can easily see that.
We can see the people who are all in on this and who are just fucking brainwashed, and there's no, I don't know if there's ever any bringing them back unless Trump goes to jail, and he really gets fucked over, and everybody else does too, like Giuliani and all his fucking cronies behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
that. I
Yes.
think that might break the spell. when they start seeing, criminality all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And you can't. The thing about the people who are screaming, you can only trust me. Don't believe what you see and what you hear. You can only trust me. Those are the people you should trust the least. Just like 1984 book and all that bullshit.
Can I take 2 minutes to go on a slightly different tangent based upon the fact that people getting fucked over and that's not cool? And
Okay.
that really is all about something that we support. I'm going to jump ahead and say that these two support me on this whole thing because I think that we all really do support this. It's really all about the we are unscripted. We write our own shit as we go. We take our notes. Di has extensive notes. We do our research, of course, but we don't really go so far as to actually write a script for every show. So we don't have writers, but we fully support the Writers Guild of America.
Yes.
And we stand behind them, and we are not going to support anyone who breaks that chain with WGA. We stand with you. We hope you get what you want. You deserve it. Keep fighting for what you want every single time. You got to fight for what you need, and you got to fight for what you deserve.
I have to absolutely
every
agree
single
with
time.
this, and I totally 110% agree with this. And there's one guy who went on who's been doing a lot of things on TV. He goes, the guy who owns this station gets $250 million a year. Do you know what we're asking for?
40.
All these writers are asking for $250 million, but it's between 10,000 fucking writers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or more.
Yeah.
And he's like, this one guy gets all this money, and we're just asking for a little bit of the cut when we are the ones who are creating the content.
Yes.
We are creating the content. You guys make $1 billion off of it. And because of streaming and how things have changed, they don't get movie ticket sales. They don't get, because of COVID, everything fucking took a dive. So everything went to streaming.
So all the scripted shows have to stop.
No, what I'm
Like
well,
the
hold on.
Kardashians.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish my point. Is that all these I wasn't going to say that.
Okay.
They were the writers don't get movie ticket sale percentages anymore. They don't get DVD sales anymore. They don't get any of this kind of stuff because everything has gone to streaming. And so when people stream it, they don't get the cut. The big guys get the cut.
That was somewhat
And
renegotiated before. That was
No.
renegotiated.
It hasn't been renegotiated. That's what their problem is right now. That's one of the things that they're bitching about, is because the rules have changed. And a lot of these streaming devices, devices, I guess you could say, like Hulu and whatever.
Streaming services.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So they don't get what they would normally get because there's no movie ticket sales, DVD sales, none of the shit goes. Nobody's printing DVDs anymore. You know what I'm saying?
This happened
Because
7 years ago. They did this. They went for their first grab at the streaming 7 years ago.
They didn't get it.
They got some of it. I
they're
agree
still
with what
not
they're
getting
doing.
it.
They need to get more, and that's the whole thing.
They're still the ones who are creating the content.
Yes.
And the big guys are, getting the big paychecks. So
Always.
And also, did you hear about this
None.
Ed Sheeran thing?
Yeah, and he actually won.
He won. I didn't hear about.
Yeah, he won today.
The outcome of it.
Yes, he won. Breaking news right here.
So, Ed Sheeran was doing a concert and he broke into "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye. Now, I actually know how to play this song on guitar and on bass.
As do.
And
yes.
And
we
so
both do. Yeah.
yes, so I can sing it and
you
play
can
it.
sing it a hell of a lot better than anybody I've
And
ever
so
seen sing that
what
song.
I saw him do on the video was not "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye. It wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't.
And just because
he dropped on the last chord.
Just because you hear, like when I'm playing some of my songs, I will hear another song, like,
Okay.
oh, there's that, even if it's just like that one note.
Yeah.
And so also I don't know how many fucking songs are written in ADG or, you know what I mean, ABE, or you know what I mean, like how many. There's so many songs that are written with the same progressions. Because guess what, people? There's only fucking 12 notes on the goddamn thing. There's only 12 notes. There's 12 notes. You've got A, B, C, F, G, and then you've got flats and sharps. And that's it. There's 12 fucking notes. You don't think you're going to fucking overlap a little bit? You know, you could bring back these cases all the way to fucking Beethoven then. You know what I'm saying? Like all these all these people from the 60s, 70s, and 80s are trying to go after new artists who are making fucking millions of dollars. So, and being like, oh, well, you played 2 notes of my daddy's thing. How are you not going to play 2 notes of your daddy's thing when there's only fucking 12 notes in the whole fucking scale?
I look at...
It's called rock and roll, people.
I look at all of it as a lot more...
mother.
Of the artists approaching what their instrument is. I'm sorry, but I think your primary instrument is your voice. I think you have an astonishing voice.
I would say
I've
that
never
as well.
heard a voice as great as yours.
Well, thank you. I think you're exaggerating.
So
but yeah.
if I were to sing 3 notes to you, it would be me singing those 3 notes, which may not be very cool or be very well. But once you hit those 3 notes, you've made them your own, and you've taken them in a different direction. So that really is the Coltrane concept, is that I can play a riff, and it can be the greatest riff in the world, but maybe I don't play it right. And somebody else, they come along and they look at it and say, well, you go up here instead of there, and they make it right.
It's seriously like apples and oranges. But, you know, there have been blatant ripoffs. There have been blatant ripoffs, and we've seen this in the past, where there have been blatant ripoffs of songs.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If it gets more attraction to the original song, and if it's their kind of riff on that original thing, go with it.
Give
I don't
them
care.
credit.
Vanilla
Ice. When
Ice,
you don't give them credit.
roll with it.
It's when you don't give them credit that,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You always have to give credit. If you don't give credit, we're 100% on the same page on that.
It's like, you know, it's Prince when he was not Prince and he was the symbol. You know, Sinead O'Connor did one of his songs. A bunch of people.
Nothing compares to you.
Yeah. What was that all-girl band? I can't think of them. Not Go-Go's, but the other one. Time.
Wow, that's
na, 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 na.
I know the song, but I'm
the
I'm
Bangles.
Not thinking
The Bangles did one of his songs.
Oh.
Because Warner Brothers gave them the music of Prince, but Prince did not okay it.
Of course, the music guys, they always bounce it around. I mean, why in the fuck did Van Halen ever do fucking 60s surfer tunes all of a sudden?
Dancing in the street. Yeah.
Yeah, why in the hell is all that shit happening? What the hell? And then you're talking about dancing in the street. You got Mick Jagger and fucking
Tina Turner. If you're gonna do a cover, you always give the people their
Mick
due.
Jagger and Bowie.
It's when
that was a bad video, man.
It's when you take like the music,
and
you change it, and I was just thinking of Change from David Bowie. You know what I mean? Let's say I took that music and I put new lyrics to it. It's obviously his song.
Yes.
You can't separate the fucking two. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it.
But when I do it, when I do somebody's song, I have to somehow separate it. And I ran into this not so long ago when I learned that Linger was really more about the Irish Isle than anything else. So when I get to
Linger by the Cranberries.
Yes, of course. So when I get singing up to it, I don't you know the word of you. I cut it short instead of running it long the way that she runs it. She runs it long in the lyrics, and
because she also does like yodeling or whatever.
Well, that's a big Irish thing. That it's
and
part
it's
of the
like
old,
I can't fucking sing like that. Another thing I was gonna say is like what you were hitting on earlier.
I'm in
It's
so
like,
deep.
If you
Such a
copy
fool
me,
for you.
if you
I cut it short
hold on,
like that. Yeah.
if you copy me, let me start back. I'm doing a song and it's by Prince.
Okay.
And then you see me do it by Prince, and then you take my rendition, and then you try to copy me doing Prince.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it changes. It's not going to be exactly the same. I can't sing like Prince. You know what I mean? But I will.
Have you ever heard of Archimedes' ship?
I would accommodate my voice to get through a song.
Yes.
Like something like Kiss. Like he sings falsetto the whole time. And I don't do that. I just sing in my normal voice. So if you were going to do that, you would do the same, but you probably do an octave lower than me.
Yes. Yeah. Or maybe two, because I'm so I am
what
very
was the thing that you
baritone in
mentioned,
mine.
and then we'll move on.
Well, it's Archimedes' ship is a quantum physics theorem.
Okay,
that,
you make it fast, because quantum physics now.
Okay.
We're not going
Archimedes'
to
ship.
quantum physics.
Archimedes'
on the
ship
show.
is there. You have Archimedes' ship, and it's in a museum. And over time, it starts to break down, and you have to replace pieces, and you take the pieces away that are bad, and eventually you put them back together, and you build a new version of it. And this version is eventually all replaced pieces, and this version is all the original pieces. So which one is Archimedes' ship?
I see what you mean.
So when you sing someone else's
But I would
song,
say Prince
and it's
is
your
the original,
version,
and you
but you
can't.
make it your version.
Yeah.
You have to embody
You
it. You
change
have
it
to
a little
love
bit.
it. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to take that in and give it out. That's what it is.
So there's so much more to cover. So Pence
And we
testified
love
for
music.
8
We could
hours.
go on for hours about
Pence
that. So.
testified for 8 hours to the Jan 6
Yes.
federal grand jury. And I was thinking, that motherfucker's got more information than anybody else.
Goddamn right I did!
He was being pressured by everybody and Trump to fucking overthrow the election. And Trump knew it was his
He's
last.
going to ask Dan Quayle
it
and
was his
Jesus
last,
what he should do.
It was his last thing before the insurrection.
Mm-hmm.
And if he did it, there might not have been an insurrection. And if he didn't do it, they were calling for his fucking head. So I don't know how
He's kind of too
such
dumb and too
he's
narcissistic to
so-
worry about that.
He thinks it's gonna ruin his presidential election campaign. Dude, nobody's gonna. The right
He's never
ain't gonna
be a
vote.
president. No,
Nobody on the
nobody's
left is gonna
voting
vote for you.
The evangelical right will vote for him, but
The thing about this that I
their power
heard
is
that I
gone
thought
now.
was great was that Jack Smith actually went, and he doesn't go to every single one, but he sat there with his fucking glaring eyes at Mike Pence, and fucking was like listening contently to every fucking single solitary word that motherfucker said.
Jack Smith was like, "Look at my eyebrows.
Oh.
Look at my eyebrows.
Dude, if
These
I
are
was
attack
like-
eyebrows, and
if
they're
I was anybody
attacking
on the
you
right-
right
If
now.
I was anybody on the right, I'd be fucking scared of this motherfucker.
My eyebrows are
He's,
more powerful than your legs.
He's no joke. He is
My
no
eyebrows
joke.
are taking over small towns in third world countries.
Of course, Donald Trump traveled to Scotland and Ireland, your home country, cutting a ribbon for his new golf course. Tony, you want to play the video?
Two
It
golf
is
courses,
so-
yeah.
First of all, he had to. I don't think I gave
One in
Tony
Scotland,
the
one
video.
down in Ireland. Yeah.
But literally, a guy had to put dirt in his shovel for him because he couldn't dig the dirt.
He had.
I
no-
didn't get that one, but
I've
got,
seen no picture of him with dirt in the shovel.
I've got this video of him saying that he's
Oh,
going.
yeah.
He's got to come back to fight against E. Jean Carroll. But actually, I really
piece of
think
shit.
really think he knew the Proud
Look at
Boys
that
were going to
beautiful
get
Irish sky.
indicted today. That's why I think he came back.
Yeah.
Not really E. Jean Carroll, because he has no intention of showing up to the E. Jean Carroll case.
Stand by and stand ready, all
Tony-
of my attorneys.
Play this fat lard fucko's fucking
Fat
goddamn
lard fucko, but
video.
look at that beautiful Irish sky.
I have to leave Ireland and I have to leave Scotland, where I have great properties. I have to leave early. I don't have to, but I choose to.
No,
Will
we
you
want you to
attend the
fucking
trial,
go.
Mr.
Don't you?
President?
I'll
Will you-
probably attend, and
You'll
I think
probably
it's a
attend.
disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Get the
that it's
fuck
allowed
outta
to
here, you
happen.
twit.
False accusations against a rich guy.
That's
Or in my
the
case,
Irish Michael
against
Rappaport.
rich guy.
Get the fuck out of here.
rich and political
Get the
person
fuck
that's
out of
leading the
here.
polls by 40
Hit him with the
points.
fucking
You're not
space laser.
listening. You're not listening.
For a woman that made a false accusation about me, and I have a judge who's extremely
heard it
hostile.
before.
And I'm going to go back and I'm going to confront this one. This woman is a disgrace, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen in our country.
You
And
go
in
to
the
the-
meantime-
Fucking disgrace.
And
You're
that
a
right
disgrace.
there, and that right there is evidence that the judge is going to use for him
I think he needs a
as
gag
far
order.
as, yes, that's what's going to happen next.
He needs a gag order. She's a brave woman. E. Jean Carroll. She went on the stand this week,
Metro
and
Detroit,
she was.
This is HBL Radio Nation.
Hi, thanks everybody. We're just getting started tonight. I'm
like
Brian
and
P.
subscribe,
Gallagher.
I guess.
Like and subscribe and donate and worship wherever you can.
God.
Jedi.
I hate to even talk about this case because it's very
Happy Star Trek
triggering
Day.
for me. But E. Jean Carroll, you know, she went on the stand and Taco Penis, that fucking piece of shit, was, you know, badgering her, and he said, why didn't you scream, and why didn't you go to the police? And you know, he actually has no fucking idea what he's doing. He is actually re-victimizing her on the
Yes.
stand in front of the jury, and the jury can tell. And guess what?
And that was
There's
complained about
still-
today, yes.
What we don't understand is we're not in that room. We don't have cameras there. We're not allowed there. The camera, the public. There's an empty seat there. The judge knows it. The jury knows it. The plaintiffs and the defendant know it. There's still an empty seat there. And that empty seat belongs to fucking Donald Trump's fat fucking tangerine Mussolini fucking ass.
Says he's coming
And
back. I doubt it.
And he's not going to show up. Taco Penis already said, I'm not
He's
going to
gonna
show up.
get-
You're not going to show up. I'm not going to show up. Well, let's see if you
He's
fucking
gonna
actually
get,
show up.
He's going to get
Because
fined.
what are you going to say? What are you going to say after
Yeah.
the grab him by the pussy
Yeah.
tape, after E. Jean Carroll's 3-day testimony, after the chick who she called right after the fact?
They've already
After
pulled
the
up
other-
his testimony from the pre-trial.
Oh, yeah, they did that today.
They've already pulled it
They
up.
did that today.
Yeah. They
The
already
shit
have
that
it.
came out, I didn't even write it down. It was so disgusting what he said. It was like,
Well, look at him.
Seriously,
Everything
like-
he says is disgusting.
yeah, absolutely everything. So it's super offensive. Women,
I mean, look at Orange Grimace up there.
when you say she's not my type, all the shrinks on every fucking thing that I've ever seen, a podcast or fucking on Twitter or whatever, every single shrink that has
Yes.
been through sexual trauma cases like this have said as soon as they say she's not my type, they are actually fucking confessing to doing the crime. She's not my type. I wouldn't choose her. Oh, yeah, but you did. But you did do it in your Irish accent.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Is that an Irish accent, or is it really?
It sucks. So yeah, it was really
I like the Russian dressing on that one.
it's really a fucking another attack on her
It is.
and the other women who have come forward.
a re-victimization of her.
Re-victimization.
Re-victimization over and over.
And we
And she is so
we have
strong
like
for putting up with it.
26, 27 credible accusations against him. I thought there was 40 or more.
You said 26 or 27. I was thinking 36. I thought the number was at 36.
I thought the number was closer to 50, and that was before he got elected.
But I'm pretty.
Because people were
I don't
coming
know.
out, and I don't know. It's just,
I saw something recently, and I don't remember if it was 36 or 37. But I just,
all I know is
I hear things.
it's a fucking pattern, you know? It's a total pattern.
An indictment.
On a slightly funnier note, the stupidity of the right continues, as we have seen
The
here
woke
on
mind
HBL
virus.
Radio Nation numerous times over and over. And earlier this week, I started a campaign on my personal Twitter feed where I started attacking Lorraine Boebert about her, allegedly pedo kid knocking up a 14-year-old. And I started posting that over and over and over and over again. And, somebody went to block me, and that somebody was Lorraine Boebert. And instead of blocking me, pressed the wrong button, and Bobo followed me. So, yeah, I've been posting a lot.
Relentless.
Am I wrong? Okay, then.
Did I do that? I've been relentless.
I'm
really?
the dude, man.
So
pedo son who knocked up a 14-year-old.
I've been going at it and going.
Hold it! What the hell?
I'm in a
is
meeting.
that
I'm talking about this. I'm talking about. Oh, you're a pedo kid. You're talking about that. Oh, you're a pedo kid. Talking about. Oh, you're a pedo kid. I've got a couple of screens up on the office. Loving it. So
Elon Musk and Bill Maher. Or Elon Musk was on Bill Maher for last Friday.
I didn't log in. Do we have anybody in the chat? I haven't seen the chat.
No, there's nobody here. There's 5 people here.
There's 5 people here. That's
all
5
right.
somebodies.
One of them's me, one of them's Tony, one of them's you, and the other one's Paul.
No, I'm not.
So
I'm a twat bastard. I'm not fucking logged in. I fucking
know
forgot.
we're newbies at this. It's only been 22 weeks, and we still have no followers. So that's been great. Woke mind virus. I'm sorry, but the right needs to stop with this bullshit. They sound ridiculous. They're trying to say woke so many times in a sentence that doesn't even make sense anymore.
Solitary attack that makes sense, and it's easy. What do you mean by woke?
Yeah.
And then sit back.
They can't describe it.
What do you mean by woke?
Every time they've gotten pushback on it, they don't know.
Can you describe woke to me? Because I don't know if I'm woke.
Donald Trump so much.
What do you think is woke? What's woke?
They can't describe it. They don't know what it is.
Why do you think it's called woke? That's the follow-up question. Is if they actually go to that white supremacy part of
and when do you think it started?
This is woke.
That's another thing is when do you think it started? Because it started back during slavery.
It started. Yeah, it
started during slavery.
Are you kidding me? Come on. I've said a long time ago that my personal belief is, and a lot of people have heard the first part of this, but they haven't heard the second half, and I want to make certain that people hear the second half. When my family came over here into the America, we were not part of slavery. We had no slaves. We had nothing to do with any of it. That's the first half of it. Here's the second half that everybody needs to pay attention to. Once we became American citizens, we took on everything, the good and the bad. We took on all the privileges.
You say we, you mean Irish
my
people.
Family. My particular family. Once we became, the Irish people, once we became citizens, we took on the good and the bad. And that means that I believe that anybody that is an American citizen, we should all really focus in on reparations are in order for indigenous people and for the descendants of African American slaves. We really have to have some type of maybe 5 to 8% of your income for 1 year and put that into a fund, distribute it out. Nobody is going to get broke. Nobody is going to be made a millionaire off of this whole thing, but it's going to be an olive branch, really. And it's going to be something that is going to be monumental as far as what we can do,
it would be
as far as repairing ourselves.
Healing.
A step towards healing. Thank you.
Because when you don't acknowledge the crimes of the past,
we took on the debts.
You cannot heal this fucking place.
When we came over here, we took on the debts.
You look at the radical right now, and you think they're going to go for this.
Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to help
fucking
anybody.
Way.
No. Nobody on the right wants to help anybody. Fuck them.
In fact, we got people like Bridget Gabriel. She wants to raise the the voting age to 21. Oh,
What
really?
the fuck is Bridget Gabriel,
Oh,
by the way? Anyway, how did she suddenly show up? Is she banging Elon Musk or something? I mean, she's always showed up in
she's
my
a
feed.
Fox News pundit. She's a kooky ass bitch, dude. Like, serious. I literally wrote kooky ass bitch
Kooky ass
in my
bitch.
fucking notes.
Cab.
She is
She's
super
a cab.
cute. I went to her fucking
Let's
profile.
shorten that down. She's a cab.
I went to her fucking profile and I started listening to some of her shit.
with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Woo! No wonder they don't want her on Fox News anymore. See, she's pissed off.
She's too nutty
Fox
for Fox
News is
Wow.
now woke. Now they've gone woke, so they're gonna plummet. They're fucking, everything's gonna plummet for them. They fired Tucker, and now everybody's leaving, and they're all going to Newsmax and RON or OIN or whatever the fuck, all these bullshit. But she wants to raise the voting age to 21. Now, first of all, you can fight in a war, but you can't vote. You can, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you can buy an AR-15 and not have to go into the military.
You need to be 18-year-old to buy spearmint gum. But you need to be any age to knock up a kid because that's God's way.
Yeah. She wants to bring back the draft, and she said Gen Z is a disaster that requires emergency correction. Unquote.
Wow.
Emergency correction. What the fuck does that mean, bitch?
This conversation.
What is your emergency correction gonna mean?
She's
what
nutty.
are you talking
nutty.
about? How are you gonna correct Gen Z? Oh, maybe by not making any gun laws so they can all get shot in fucking school?
I'll tell you one way, ignorance. Ignorance, the way that they're doing right now in Florida. Ron DeSantis recently just put through a whole bunch of bills about
they're
eliminating transparency.
They're scared as shit of young people.
He is not going to tell anybody who paid for all of his trips. Of course, we all
Who
know
are you
it's
talking
the
about? The
taxpayers.
justices
Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis
Oh yeah,
down in Florida.
he's trying to hide his financial.
He passed a bunch of shit
traveling
to hide
finances. Yeah,
transparency to cover it all up.
Bitch.
Nobody knows, who's paying for it. Of course, it's the taxpayers paying for it, but he's not going to tell the taxpayers that they're the ones paying for it.
we all
And he
know
passed
it's the
laws
taxpayers that already came out.
so he doesn't have to do it.
It already came out. It's the taxpayers paying for it.
Oh my
We all
God.
know it.
I can't believe that you rational folks lived in America's dick.
Oh yeah.
No respect.
You live in America's dick taint and fucking brown star.
You weren't in Texas.
That's so fucking tarded. And I'm not saying that all the people there are that bad, but the majority.
Yeah.
I'm sure
There are
there's
some good people.
Well, the good people are in the cities, and the good people are the young people, and they're trying to get rid of all their votes. They put one fucking voting box in fucking Houston? There's like 4 million people who fucking live there? I mean, the voter suppression and the gerrymandering is what we got to worry about in 2024. That is the biggest thing. Because we could win. Yeah. We could win all these places in a fucking landslide if it wasn't for all this fucking gerrymandering, fucking voter suppression.
It depends as to how much they're going to really gaslight all of the old folk. Because the old folk coming into this next election are the ones who are going to be voting.
None
big
of them
time.
should be voting.
We really
I look
need
at my
to get
mother
the young
and I go,
kids going.
You're not voting.
We need to get the young
You
kids
don't know
going
what
because
state
otherwise
you live
it's not
in.
going to be good.
You don't know what state you live in. You don't even know that your mother is dead. Do you think I'm going to allow her to vote?
As far as the debt ceiling goes, the GOP voted to raise the debt ceiling 3 times with Trump without anything attached to it. Now they've got a big
There's that whole video Trump
McCarty build.
Trump
And it's
going,
a McCarty build, so that means that Margie Taylor Greene chiseled it out on some kind of stone. Margie make law. And they're going to try to push that shit through? Are you kidding me?
You've got that video of Trump
So
saying we're
easy.
not going to use it as a political tool.
American
we're not going to
law,
use
so
it.
easy a caveman can do it. Yeah. And they're not going to do it.
No, they want to shove our economy off a cliff to make fucking Biden look bad. We know this. They do it every fucking time.
Yeah.
This is not new, people.
Look at what
This
Reagan,
is a broken record.
Look at what Reagan did to
you just have to
Carter.
think outside the last fucking 2 weeks of your life.
Reagan to Carter. Hold it and think
All right,
about
so
that.
let's move on because we only have a half an hour left. We've got
hostages there.
Trump now claims that COVID was a bioweapon that China deliberately released in America because they were angry about Trump's tariffs and they would do anything to stop him from being president again. How about you fucking treasonous piece of shit asshole? You were licking his fucking she's asshole, calling him he's a great guy and he knows what he's doing and there's only 15 cases and drink bleach and shove a light bulb up your ass. Go fuck yourself. You killed a fucking million people in this fucking country. You piece of fucking shit. And he should
really
be
good Trump, by the way.
He should be convicted of
Treason.
negligent homicide for fucking a million fucking people in this country who died because of his bullshit. And same with Fox News. Fox News and Tucker Carlson, you helped him do this. You are liable as well. I want a class action lawsuit around this fucking country from every fucking state, every fucking governor, every fucking family member who lost people who are addicted to fucking Fox News and said, bullshit. You know how many fucking people are fucking vaccinated in this world right now? We are the majority. You are the minority. And guess what? There's still 300 Republicans a day dying in hospitals around this fucking country because they still don't believe the fucking COVID virus exists and they still never ever got fucking vaccinated. 300 people a day.
Like and subscribe on all the socials.
Tell it, girl. Well, this is what I'm talking about, Benny Loco. This is why I want fucking more people to come to our show.
Just a flesh wound.
I'm kind of like the female version of Tony Michaels, except I've got two dipshits helping me instead of fucking Gabe Sanchez, who's kind of
much better
and
too.
hot.
Do you suck dicks?
And these motherfucking judges. Okay, can we get to the judges? We only have a half an hour left, and I'm telling you. Well,
You're gonna die, you motherfucker! You're gonna die!
and we even said, white man can't fight is the name of the thing. We never even got to the Tucker thing. These Tucker emails. Holy shit.
Hate Donald
First
Trump
of all,
so much.
they're bad. They were bad.
We got some
But
time
we
on
also
this, yeah.
know that Fox News doesn't give a shit about fucking misogyny. So when he was fucking calling
That's
his
right.
bosses cunt and all this shit, they don't really care about that. They don't care that he was saying, let my menopausal audience decide whether I'm good looking or not. I never know what to do with my appearance. Fucking you
There
little
are
pipsqueak,
people-
bow tie wearing fucking elite little cunt.
There are people who feel that it's okay for me to run through this red light because it's 3 a.m. and nobody's seeing it. But if I get caught doing it now, I didn't know that was bad. I had to do it and all this.
There's been
That's what
so
we're looking
many
at here.
reportings of what's her name? Abby Goldberg. Her case is
He
coming
got
up.
caught.
There's 90 exhibits that we don't even
It's
know
not
about
that it
in her
happened.
stuff.
It's that he got caught. Yeah.
Yeah. In Fox News, this shit was going to come out. Oh, white men don't fight like that? Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, January 6th. Rodney King. George Floyd. How about endless videos of 5 cops on black guys on a fucking
Normandy.
endless fucking loop? Are you going to fucking tell me that white men don't fight like this?
Perhaps the 300 or maybe
White men can't
Normandy.
fight unless they're with their gang. They don't fight unless they're with a gang of their fucking thugs.
Okay.
They never do it when they're on their own. Did you see that video of the Mexicans?
Very well then, little brother.
There was like Mexican people or Spanish speaking people on a train in Chicago, and there was like a Hitler dude, and he had his Hitler fucking swastikas and all his fucking in his skinhead, and
so he was a neo-Nazi.
But he was neo-Nazi, but he was alone on the train, and all the Mexicans or Spanish speaking people, I don't know if they're Mexican or what, Spanish speaking people were on the train. They were fucking razzing him because you're by yourself now. And you don't have your fucking big, group of friends. And they were speaking Spanish in front of him and everything because he has no idea what the fuck they're saying.
Not a good thing to do because that guy's going to show up with a lot of other guys that dressed exactly like him.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of shit that we need to do. You corner them, you ridicule them, you fucking make fun of them because they have no shame. They don't feel any guilt. They don't have any empathy. They have no remorse. They don't give a fuck about people. They only give a fuck about themselves and their white asses and their white rights.
And
it's
why do you
fucking
think
pathetic. What?
Why do you think that they're so comfortable with
They're
throwing
only
that
comfortable
out
when they're with a gang of their fucking buddies.
Exactly.
Not when they're by themselves on the fucking train.
No.
Guy motherfucker sat there like he's willing to do anything.
When you have an individual talking to other individuals, you have something that can really understand that person at that time. But when you have a group, any group that they can gather into, that little tribe that can get that violence going, and they can get that snake violence going, and they get it rolling, they embody it, and they live off of each other's, they feed off of each other at that moment. And when they do
that's why it's a cult, because they feed off each other's fear.
The endorphins are released.
All these black people, you better be armed and ready. You better have a loaded 9mm at your side at all time, because you don't know when a black person's gonna knock on your door and wait for look for their kitten.
Style, dude.
For fuck's sake, dude, it's fucking infuriating.
It's nuts.
It's infuriating. Speaking of the fucking G.O.P. trying to fucking,
the goppers.
Shit all over our fucking
The shite goppers.
economy. 30 million doctors' appointments would be stolen from vets. 1 million seniors off Meals for Wheels. 400,000 families evicted from their homes. 300,000 kids out of childcare. And 2,400 Border Patrol agents off the job.
Keep
and this
the
is
picture of where they voted. Keep the picture that shows that they all voted nay.
Says no.
On this one.
They say out
This
in
is one of those
public,
big ones.
well, we have no border control, but they never fund it.
They also say, look what we've
Well,
done for
guess what?
infrastructure,
All
and
the
that was
gun-
all
All
Biden.
the gun problems are all about mental health, but they never fund it. They don't do a fucking thing about it.
Yep.
Never.
And literally, fuck your own face!
They try to fuck up more things than they try to make things right. They never try to make... In all the years that I've been on this fucking planet, I've never seen a Republican try to make things right. They always make things wrong.
They have no plan. They just plan to shit on everything.
They fuck everything up. A Democrat has to come in and fix all the fucking things.
Tony, can you
Am I
pull
wrong?
up the whole speech from South Park about dicks, pussies, and assholes? No. Okay.
No thanks.
Thank you. If you hear it, I know it sounds like crazy, but if you actually hear it, it's like, oh my God, that really does describe our political statement.
And CNN giving goddamn Trump a goddamn platform and doing this fucking town hall. I'm sorry, CNN, shame on you.
They're going
I
for
know
ratings.
you are under different management, and by the way, they switched it from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock because who was on at 8 o'clock on Fox News? I wonder whose
Used to be
audience
Tuckums.
they're going after.
Yeah.
The fucking new guy that's at CNN is a fucking shit shit show. Total shit show.
Don't piss off Hannity. I like Hannity. He's a good guy, allegedly. That's what Trump is saying.
The four Proud Boys were convicted of seditious conspiracy today, which I thought was great, except for Dominic Palooza.
So now they're going to be Proud
Dominic
Girls
Palooza.
in jail.
Whatever his name is. He's the asshole who was taking the shield and breaking the window, right? On January 6th. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. But you just did the Trump dance.
So, anyway, I don't know what happened, but then I looked later and they said he was convicted.
Yeah.
Now, I can't confirm that right now, so I don't really know. But the whole thing with the Supreme Court, now we could use the rest of the show to talk about this.
But
today,
it's long and slow. It's long and slow. This is going to take the rest of the year to even get set up for the court case beginning next year. It's long, slow process. We have a lot to absorb over the next year until the end of this year.
We keep finding out new shit
next
every
year.
fucking day.
We do, but we're going to be learning more and more about the legal proceedings and the cases.
And we're also going to be finding out about how fucking bad it actually really was.
Yes.
Look at what we're finding out.
The Electoral College scam. The Electoral College attempted scam.
You mean the fake electors?
The fake elector scam. That is
fake electors. You got the fucking...
That's a Dateline NBC right
stolen documents. You still have the...
no one would ever believe
I
them.
mean,
or
we don't even know.
They?
E. Jean Carroll case could be done. He could be convicted rapist by next week. He won't go to jail.
I don't think
because
he would be convicted of rape. I think he would be convicted
He'd be guilty of rape.
Perjury.
No, not perjury. He's guilty of rape.
Not perjury. What is it, Tony? Defamation. Yeah.
And rape.
He's guilty of defamation.
And rape.
It means that
and rape.
It means
don't
that
even make another excuse.
Hey,
he's guilty of fucking rape, and we all fucking know it.
He's absolutely fucking guilty of rape. Let me make that perfectly clear. I think that the legal proceedings are not going to say that he is guilty of rape. They're going to say that he is guilty of defamation. And I think that's an atrocity of the law. That's an atrocity of this case. Thank you, E. Jean Carroll, for going through this. You are a warrior.
Yeah, absolutely.
For going through this.
She has been suffering for so long with this. When you listen to her,
I cannot fathom
her testimony. It's fucking heartbreaking, dude. Like, fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I think every fucking woman knows. Every fucking woman knows what she's talking about. We've all been through this. I know that you guys don't think this is fucking true.
No,
but it's fucking true.
I'm
going to say,
I'm
80,
not in the
90,
not believers.
80-90% of women have had
her.
something like this shit, something similar.
They say 2 out of 5. I say that's bullshit. I say it's 4 out of 5.
Well, because they only, you know what? Only 31% of sexual assaults are even reported. 31%. And you know why that's so low? Because of the fucking attack she got on stage.
You remember
because they
where
go
my
after
band
her
played?
and her fucking character. Look at what they did to Anita Hill.
Yeah.
If they believed Anita Hill, we would not have fucking Clarence Thomas on the goddamn SCOTUS right now.
I was in a band that played at frat houses. I played fraternities.
I know.
Frat parties.
I did too.
I saw the shit.
It's gross.
I was there. I reported the shit when I saw it.
If we had believed Christine Blasey Ford, we wouldn't have Kavanaugh on the court.
Of course. Of course.
There was 4,500 tips that were literally thrown in the fucking dustbin of history.
Whole different.
Against fucking Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
And nobody did a fucking thing because who was in charge?
The Old Boys Club.
Bill fucking Barr.
The Old Boys Club.
Bill Barr, the fucking piece of shit who has done more damage.
Old Boys Club.
Bill Barr, Mitch McConnell, Donald Trump, These are like some of the biggest motherfuckers who've done a lot of damage to our fucking country.
And every fucking cunt that's out there that says that, like, look, Biden is too old to run. Let's talk about the people that you just talked about. Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, Ted. Let's look at
Kevin McCarthy's
everybody
not
out
but
there.
Mitch McConnell. How about Chuck Grassley? He's like 86.
Grassley is, holy shit, Grassley's still alive. Wow.
I mean, I understand.
I, real serious
I understand they don't go after the old dudes on the fucking right, but they're going after Feinstein.
No.
And I think Feinstein should resign.
Feinstein should resign.
She should resign. She's holding up fucking progress.
She is.
At a time, at a crucial fucking time in our democracy.
I've got
when we need
20 relatives who had shingles. You're not out for a year.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah.
You can't do your job anymore. Please pass it on to someone who will. They will take the torch. They will run with it.
Republicans are going to fuck with it every fucking chance you give them. She can't be that dumb.
Yeah. She might be that
egotistical.
Loser. I've said it before about all politicians. I think there's a certain amount of narcissism.
It's like my mother
there.
not wanting to give up her fucking driver's license.
Biden running again.
Do you know what I mean?
Why didn't we run Buttigieg?
She was
Harris?
there during the Harvey Milk assassination in San Francisco. Harvey Milk.
Yeah,
she was there. She knows what the shit looks like. She should fucking quit. She should resign and say, I'm not good enough. I can't come back. They're saying she's going to come back next week. She didn't come back next week. Boom. That's it. Out. Boom. I don't care. I'm done.
She's had plenty of time to
We
come
don't have
back.
time to fuck around.
You're right. You're right. I'm right there with you. We don't have time to fuck around, and she has
and
had
the
plenty
reason
of time
why
to come
we
back.
cannot
Move
subpoena
on. We got to get
Clarence
somebody else
Thomas or Alito or Kavanaugh or any of these Supreme Court justices and all their fucking bullshit is because she's not there.
They're all insignificants.
They're the worse than insignificants. We've got Thomas and Ginny, insurrectionist wife, taking bribes.
Oh, big time.
With the house and the vacations, and now we find out that he was paying
there is
for
a Hollywood movie behind this whole thing.
Grandnephew, who he treated like a son, and he adopted
And the
at
right is
6.
like, just because he took in a young boy.
Sorry, but sounds like an
Now you're gonna
illegitimate
attack
kid
him.
to me. Gorsuch sold his property 9 days after he became justice to a lawyer and who has 22 cases before him. Robert's wife is making millions for recruiting Supreme Court lawyers. Barrett got a $2 million book deal. Alito took donor money and paid for vacations, and he leaked the Dobbs decision, and now he's saying we're all victims of assassination because the left is coming after us. And then Kavanaugh and his 4,500 tips were thrown out before his confirmation, plus his massive debt also disappeared. He had massive debt. He had like a house and a country club, and I don't even know what the fuck. And they all just signed a non-binding statement about ethics. Ethics. Oh, really? You have no ethics. It's perfectly fucking clear you have no fucking ethics. It is a shame because you know what? We just got Ketanji Brown Jackson in there. First black woman ever. And Sonia
Sotomayor.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Sotomayor.
Yeah, and what's the other chick?
Oh, we don't want to talk about her.
Not Barrett.
Oh, Amy Coney Barrett.
No.
Not her. Oh.
There's Ketanji, and there's Sonia, and there's another chick, isn't there?
No.
Who's the third good person? It's on her. We have 9.
Gosh, that's a good question.
We got Thomas, Gorsuch, Roberts, Barrett, Alito.
Pull them up, Tony.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I blame Tony for not pulling them up.
There's 3 more. And they're all chicks. We've got Sonia, and Katanji, and there's another one. Anybody in the chat knows who it is? Tell us real quick. Benny Loco, can you remember?
Sonia, Amy, and Katanji are the 3 women that I know out of the
I thought,
Supreme
maybe
Court
there's
right
a
now.
leftist dude, but I don't know. So, anyway, yeah. Elena Keegan, yeah. Keegan, yeah.
Who is she? How does she lean?
She's left.
Okay.
It's three women, 4 women, but Barrett on her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, we
So
just find out
The
today
woman
that
showed
fucking
up at
this
bars
grandnephew of
Total Recall. Okay.
I said Harlan Hitler and Clarence Jim Crow.
Yeah.
I was gonna call the show Guntopia. I was gonna call it Clarence Jim Crow. I called it White Men Can't Fight. I don't know. I just there was too many.
Because that was Tucker's.
There.
Yeah, there was too many
Tuckham's
things.
had that whole thing.
There was too many things to
They
choose
claim
from.
that's why they fired him, but I really highly doubt that. I think it was much more of a some kind of an infighting between him and Rupert. And Rupert Murdoch, I think, had so much of an ego that he was like,
Rupert,
I can't let this guy become bigger than the network.
that's what I'm saying. Reporting has shown.
And just like Bill O'Reilly, I got to knock him down.
Tucker Carlson thought he owned Fox News. And then
So
if
did Bill O'Reilly.
Fox News would fucking crumble if
So
he
did
wasn't
Bill
there.
O'Reilly.
Yep, he got too big for his britches. And the other
Knock
thing is
him
Rupert
down.
Murdoch, what Keith Olbermann said was that Rupert Murdoch lost the control of the content at the 8 o'clock hour when Tucker was on.
Yeah.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
He was in control of the
What did I
Tucker
just
zone
say?
of 9 to 11 o'clock on
You're fucking
Fox
wrong
News.
because you weren't fucking paying attention.
No, I wasn't.
You're such an asshole. Fuck, guys, don't fucking listen to me.
I was
It's
trying
awful.
Be water, my
The
friend.
bottom line
Rupert
is
Murdoch wants control of the 8 p.m. hour again. He lost it when Tucker was there.
Yeah.
And he has control over all the content of all the other shows, but not Tucker's. Tucker got too big for his britches. It's another reason why he got fired. Not just the misogyny and the fucking racism. Because they all
just
knew.
like Bill
you think
O'Reilly.
they woke up yesterday and said, oh, he's a fucking racist? They didn't fucking know
No,
that
they-
before?
of course they did. Just like Bill O'Reilly
So dumb.
before him.
No.
So who's the next guy?
They'll find a worse guy.
Exactly.
That's what they do.
Exactly.
That's what Fox News does.
Exactly.
They've been doing it for fucking 100 years.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm tired of it.
We had Praegert, wasn't it Praegert? And then we had after him we had somebody else, and then we had Bill O'Reilly, and then we got into Tuckham's, and now who's going to be next? I mean,
Bill
they're going to
O'Reilly,
pick somebody next.
Roger Ailes. How many dudes have been kicked off that fucking place just in the last 20 years? And Bill
But the
O'Reilly
primetime
had to pay
face. The
$33
primetime
million
face.
to one
Yeah.
chick.
The primetime face.
$33 million to one chick.
That's Bill O'Reilly.
Just one chick.
And Tuckham's. And who did you have before him? You had, Dennis Praegert? Wasn't that the guy
it was
before
a chick. Keith Olbermann knows. Keith Olbermann
him? Okay.
went through this. There was a chick before that, and she was like, it was
Come
bad.
in.
It was bad then. It was bad then. Well, we have 9 minutes left. Totally want to thank Benny Loco for coming in. Girl, we love you, and we want to hook up, and we want you to come in as a guest. And we also want to do kind of a 4-way call, 4-way Zoom, whether you want to do it live or not, with you and me and John Deff and Andrea Brower. John Deff this is like John Deff's wish. He so wants to, he loves you, and he so wants to get to know you better, and he's never talked to you. He's the dude. He's in Hal Sparks chat all the time. He's funnier than hell. So next time you see him in the chat, check him out. And so happy the notification bell worked. Oh, that's good. Mine did too. I was happy about that. So you know, Benny, handle the truth. I think you have our email, right? Well, you have hers. She's got ours then, right? So, you know, get in contact and let's do this. I'd really love to hook that all up.
On its skin or else it gets
I just wanted to add this little thing. I said it already, but there's more fuckery on the right-hand side, and I was kind of really disturbed by it, and not that, you know, I want it in my own life. Yeah. But the Republicans are nationwide are now trying to push a repeal for the no-fault divorce laws, which allows women to walk away from a unhappy marriage without having to prove abuse or infidelity or other misconduct in court. And the Texas GOP just added this to their platform. So
they're bastardizing it.
They are. It's an attack on women. It's an attack on the LGBTQ community. It's an attack on black and brown people. If you are not white, cis, and Christian, they're coming after you.
It means a man can walk away from his wife if she does not make as much as he does. He can just walk away, and he doesn't have to give her anything.
Release your anger.
Kind of.
They want to call a fetus a baby. How about the child? What do you call it? The money you have to give for a kid.
Alimony.
Alimony starts right then.
Yeah.
So you can help her through the fucking pregnancy. Yeah. Because guess what? It costs like what, $14,000-$15,000 to have a fucking baby in this country. People overseas are like, what the fuck? In England, it's free to have a baby.
You know what?
You don't have to pay jack shit to have a baby in England.
I have to take your.
You have to fucking put your house mortgage on
value because I can't have a kid because I'm a responsible human being.
Yeah.
So it costs me $0.
Can you hit me up on Instagram?
But I also want to say,
I don't have an Instagram account, honey. Oh, Tony has an Instagram account. So
he'll hit you up.
All right, Tony will hit you up.
I wanted to say that there's a whole bunch of things that I'm seeing recently. I tried to promote the show on my own Twitter feed earlier today, and I got all kinds of flags on this. I got flagged for sensitive content.
Are you sharing this page right now?
Yes, he is. And I got flagged for sensitive content. That's crazy.
What does it say?
Tonight, HBL Radio Nation eviscerates the right-wing nut jobs.
Well, I think maybe it's the word eviscerate.
I don't know because
warning. Wait.
I have never died. Have you seen my posts?
Warning message on
this is the lightest post I've ever sent.
They might. I cannot read it from here. So what does it say?
We put a warning message on these tweets because they might have sensitive content, like nudity, sexual content, violence, gore, or hateful symptoms.
Eviscerate.
We know that we don't always get it right, so if you think we flagged your tweet by mistake, you can appeal. But the whole thing is that you've seen the tweets that I make. Holy shit, this is simple. This is an easy one. Like
you're just promoting a show, and
I'm promoting a show very politely.
Eviscerates, I think.
Very politely, I use the word eviscerates.
I think that's what it is.
I got flagged for sensitive content. Isn't that wonderful?
No, I think that's what it means. You know what I mean? Because it's
But here's something more sensitive for the people that are
on the
show right now. Kat, please listen to this. This is very important. Not only is this flagged for being sensitive content, if you've ever tagged something with a hashtag, You can put a hashtag in, and you start typing it, and as
It
you
should
start
pop
typing
up.
it pops up.
Yeah.
The most popular ones pop up. And I've been doing the same hashtag for a little over a year now.
It's the guns.
And it's hashtag it is the guns with IS being capital. It is the guns. And it never pops up. Elon, what's up with that?
You know what?
Are
I
you
type in
censoring
my
me?
own. I type in
South
HBL
African
lower dash Radio Nation. Until I get to the end, it doesn't pop up. I have to type in the whole thing of my own thing that I retweet
Who
all the
thought
fucking
that
time.
somebody whose daddy had mines in South Africa
He's such a fucking little piece of shit fucking bitch.
would be
Pussy ass.
trying to
bitch.
keep us down?
Man, I fucked up and I got rid of the one where he was on the golf course with his white shirt and no girdle on. He was sitting on the fucking golf cart. And
When
he's
he
all
crapped
fat,
himself?
where he's like white, white shirt, red hat. And then the one where he's sitting, he's like, it's an NFT card, and he's sitting all up straight, and he's all
Doing the new
buff.
NFTs,
He's looking into the
yes.
sun, and he's sitting on top of the mountain. He might as well have been going like this. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Be-
all it was missing.
The Tinker.
The tinker.
Di, what are your final words tonight?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm going to get Irish. No, just kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, I just, I don't know. What are you going to say?
You know, I'm always going to try to throw something a little funny out there to end off.
I know. I'm going to try to be serious. I'm going to try to be serious. How about impeach fucking Clarence Thomas, you motherfuckers. Impeach him. He's a fucking criminal.
Yes.
At least start there.
Yes.
Start.
Agreed.
Go ahead.
Agreed. Mine is a little more overall. It's remember that wherever you're at, there you are. Thank you for watching HBL Radio Nation. We love you for watching it. I am Brian P. Gallagher.
No, I'm Diane Russell. You guys have a great week. Peace out and stay safe.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Is it on?
You're watching HBL Radio Nation.
Is it on? I just want to say thanks to Benny Loco and Kat for coming out. Spread the word, people.
You're watching
and
HBL Radio Nation.
Let people know that we're here every Thursday, 5:30 to 7 before Hell comes on. Thanks so much for the love. Peace out.
All you gotta say is Hunter Biden's laptop.
Pretty bird. Yeah, can you say pretty bird? Pretty bird. Yes, pretty bird.
I am not an animal. I am a human being.
Thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while?
Hate Donald Trump so much.
A jolly candy-like button. Why won't they leave me alone?
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.